Hey guys, Simon here and welcome to a Minecraft sneak peek where we're taking a look at the week 36A snapshot, which will show us some of the updates that we can expect to see in Minecraft 1.4, which we are expecting around about Halloween time, so hopefully we'll see that. And it's got loads of awesome updates. Now I haven't done one of these in quite a while, so there have been things that I haven't shown, but I'm just going to focus today on the things that are available inside the week 36 patch, and so we'll kick that off right now. So the first thing you can see, obviously, we've got the carrots that have been announced before now, and if I can now jump on these carrots, I should be able to pop them out of their sockets, hopefully. Going to pop a couple of them out. Need some carrots. There we go. So I've got myself some carrots, picking them up pretty quickly. And I'm also going to try and get myself some wheat, so I'll just push that out. And I want to get the seeds, really. So now I've got some seeds. I can show you now that they've actually changed the way that breeding works amongst chickens, so I can now breed them with seeds, which is a lot easier than getting the wheat. Saves you a lot of time, because obviously you can just even have half planted wheat, which is really nice, and you can breed yourself your baby chicks that way. Similarly, I can now use carrots to breed pigs. Pigs are crazy about carrots, and I can use it on these two. Go ahead and make a baby pig. Another thing that you can do is if you have yourself a fishing rod, you can also put a carrot on it and make a carrot on a stick. And obviously with the carrot on a stick, of course, you can expect to try and lure pigs. You can use it the same way you use the carrots. They go absolutely crazy. You can see they're all coming at me. They're all coming at me now. What you can do is if you choose to saddle a pig, not the most common thing, because before you didn't really have control of where it goes. What you can do now, say if I jump on this saddled pig, I don't know really where I'm going, don't know what I'm doing. If I go ahead out and get out this carrot on a stick, then I can actually now direct the way that this pig goes. He will always go towards the way that you point, so I can head out of this pen, hopefully. These guys will follow me, of course, because I've got the carrot on the sticks. They're going to go crazy. So it's not like the fastest mode of transport, but I don't know, it's pretty funky. If I go ahead and press F5, you can see them chill on the pig. Obviously, I don't really know where I'm going right now, but hey, look pretty awesome. And then I can round it out and head my way back. They can jump up blocks, which is always nice. Or should be able to jump up blocks. I think it's half blocks. It can just about manage, but either way, I can hop off there, and they'll still go crazy for the carrot on the stick. So that is a new item, and that's really cool. Now, the next thing that I really want to show you is some of the faces that are now available. These are sort of weird, rare heads that you can get. There are 5 varieties of this, with the last one being a new mob that I'll show you in just a second. But you can see these 5 strains head: creeper head, the normal head, zombie head, skeleton head, and a wither skeleton head. So what you can do with these, you can do 2 things. So if you want to be creeper face, you can be creeper face. So check this out. And, oh, this is a creeper face, but I got some goggly eyes going on. Yes, unfortunately it's kind of bugged at the minute that it does actually show through some of your skin. If you've got a skin kind of face helmet on, you can have these extra things added on. It just kind of show through, a bit annoying, but you can see the 4 faces here. So you got the creeper face, of course, zombie head. Again, these are just decorative. They don't act like a pumpkin does, unfortunately, because obviously they don't provide any sort of vision impairment. Obviously you can just go for a Steve head if you're just feeling it. If you're feeling it, then go for a Steve head. Why not? Now they are decoration blocks, so if I jump out of that, I can go over and say if you were chilling on a house, or inside you didn't have a painting and you thought, well, I want some decoration, and zombie. Why not? Why not just scare the children? You can do it. But with these things, they are super rare drops from the creatures, obviously, that they are associated with. So something like a creeper head, you're going to have to kill quite a lot of creepers to manage to find yourself one, so not the easiest thing to do. Now the last one of these, you may have seen, mob that you may not recognise. That looks kind of crazy with my goggly eyes, but this is a wither skeleton skull. So wither skeleton is a new creature, and for that I'm going to have to jump into the nether, so I will head over to that nether portal. We'll hop on through, and then actually have to find a nether fortress, because that is where they naturally spawn, to find myself a wither skeleton. Okay, so deep inside another fortress now, you'll see the wither skeletons themselves. Now, they are actually larger than a normal skeleton. They're about 1.5 times as high. You'll see that they are actually taller than you, which is untypical of the usual skeleton. They are only carrying a stone sword, and not only that, they only drop this rarely, which kind of sucks. Now, the reason, if you think, well, why is my XP bar gone? I'm actually in creative, because they are hostile mobs, which is something new to the nether. Obviously, zombie pigmen will go after you should you attack them, but these will just go after you no matter what. So let's prepare for a bit of a fight. I'm going to go on game mode. I'm going to hit the survival, and here we go. They're straight after me. Now you might see, oh, I own them there quite easily because I had a pretty good sword, but you'll see that I'm still getting hit, and my hearts are blacked out. That is the effect of the wither. So the wither will actually wither away your health. Not by too much, but obviously it can stack up quite heavily if you've got some coming after you. Now you see that I didn't really get anything else other than bones and also a little bit of coal. That's mainly what they drop, is just bones and coal. You can get that rare stone sword, and the super rare, you can pull yourself a wither skeleton skull. Now the reason why I've got 3 of these and not 3 of everything else is because they actually have a very special recipe, which I could show you here, but it'd be much easier and obviously better vision and safer to show you it on the overworld. So let's go back there. Okay, so now back in the overworld I can show you what these heads really do, and if you've got yourself 4 soul sand, you'll be able to build yourself another creative structural mob. So what you need to do is actually build it yourself, similar to the way you do an iron golem. You want to get that T using 4 soul sand, but very interestingly, you don't just need the 1 head. If you place 1 head here, you see it won't actually spawn. What you need to do is actually do the 3 heads. Now this will actually spawn the wither boss. There is a new boss coming to Minecraft. It was kind of revealed in previous sort of patches, but you couldn't actually sort of find out the mechanism to actually create it. And now if I place this on, you can see it started to spawn. It's glowing blue. It's got a protective shield. You can't attack it in this form, but you can see its health charging up, and all of a sudden it's flashing. It's nearly in full form, and then it should turn black, and it's now unleashing hell upon these pigs. Everything living just gets annihilated. He's now flying over. This is a flying boss, so bear with the noise. He is just decimating all right here. The villagers are not having a good time. It's probably best to try and keep this in a closed environment when you do the boss fight. I would advise that. Now what I can do is I can fly up, and because it's on obviously creative, I can just kind of own this thing up. He will go after me, but I can hopefully take down his health. I got a bit of a beast sword, so if we go ahead and kill this thing, die with it, and you'll see it dropped something that looks quite like a star. And if I go and pick this up, you'll see that it's actually called a nether star. So you may be thinking, what does a nether star do? Now a nether star actually affects what was known as the work in progress block. No one really knew what it was called, but now you can actually use it to create beacons. So I can show you with that. I just need to go ahead and pull myself out a crafting table. We're on creative, of course. You can just get it straight away there. You can get a beacon. But what you need to do is just grab yourself some glass, which I'm sure I could do. Get a few of the glass, and then you need to get some obsidian. And with that, and then combine with a crafting table, which is not here. It's over in this. That's where it is. Okay, we don't need those schools anymore. You can actually create these things, and all you need to do is place the nether star in the middle, of course. You want to get 3 obsidian along the bottom, and then encase it all in glass. So you only get 1 per kill. Even if using a looting sword, I believe it's just the 1, and you'll get yourself a beacon. Now you may be wondering what these do. Placed along their own, you can see they've just got an awesome animation. They look kind of cool. And actually, if you try and right click and use it, you can see that it actually gives off an aura kind of power. However, these aren't yet activated. So you may have seen these in the distance. You may be thinking, what the hell is this? These are the special beacon pyramids. Now there are 4 different blocks that you can use to make these. You can use any of the blocks. It doesn't really affect it too much. I'm just showing you also the different sizes that you can use. So this is the lowest tier. This is the you can use iron blocks. Obviously is the cheapest ore you can get. It doesn't really matter. You can use the iron for the really massive pyramids. But I'm just showing you can have just a 1 tier pyramid, but you need a 3x3. Obviously I haven't filled this in just yet because that would complete it. I didn't want to show it off too soon to throw away the sort of surprise. And here we go, we'll complete it, and then all of a sudden you'll see the beam of light going straight into the sky. It looks really awesome, I have to say. Definitely a really cool animation there. And then you can throw on the gold, and you can see it will complete these beams of light going into the sky. So there's 4 different types of blocks, obviously the diamond and then the emerald. We'll get those out, and we can see if we complete these. They slowly get further and further up. Now these can be seen from 256 blocks away, so really good marker, but they also have special bonus effects, which I'll show you in a second. Now the reason why I've created so many is just because I wanted to show off the different types of pyramids. So obviously you can just have it one level high, and if I go ahead and right click the beacon, you'll see that it only has a couple of these buffs available. If I look at this one, it's got an increased number, so every level that you go up, obviously you're getting these increased amount of buffs. However, you should know that obviously it's going to cost you quite a lot of resources. Even if you use an iron, it's still quite a lot. You find I think you need 184 blocks to get the maximum height, which is 4 tiers, and these will need to be solid tiers. Heading all the way up, obviously, and the top layer is just the beacon, followed by a 3x3. So you need at least 9 just to make any sort of beacon, and you need 184 to make the full load. So you can see here you've got all these powers. To actually use these, all you need to do is actually grab yourself either an ingot or an emerald or a diamond. So you can just go ahead and, if I find these things, where are they? There we go. Get myself a diamond, and we can throw that in. And you'll see that you can pop on a buff. If I maybe look at this rabbit, jump boost, I can enable like jump boost 2 if I wish. If I tick done, then while I'm sort of within range of this beacon going into the sky, I'll be able to get a special jump boost bonus, which you can see I'm jumping sort of unnaturally high. If I maybe throw a couple of blocks, you can see that I can actually jump onto a 2 high block, which has never been done before. If you have like the single jump, you can actually jump 1.5 blocks, but obviously that isn't really very useful. So being able to jump 2 blocks is kind of crazy, and it does stack, so you can. It's not just from ground level. You can build it up as much as you want. Really cool boost. It only has the area of effect, which is quite a radius around this little beacon of light. But obviously you will need to make sure that, say if you wanted to have this with you when you're cave raiding, it will need to be a very local cave, otherwise you wouldn't be able to use it. This one's just demonstrating the fact that not only can you have different types of materials, you can use emerald and diamond in the same one in any order, they are replaceable, but also because these are technically still complete pyramids in the middle, they've just got sort of extra on the side, you can actually have multiple beacons. Obviously that's not going to be easy. You're going to need to kill yourself multiple wither bosses, which aren't easy to kill, especially in the survival mode. I just whisked it away in creative with a pretty good sword. But you're going to need some really good enchantments, because that thing, you can see it absolutely decimated this NPC village, and it will do the same to you in a matter of seconds. So you are going to need some awesome enchantments. Stuff like fire resist is going to be a big one. So yeah, it's going to be very difficult. Actually, the wither boss has an increased wither effect on your health. It will hit you much harder. So it's going to be one of the things you're going to need plenty of potions, plenty of golden apples, and just a little bit of luck as well. So these are the beacons. They look really, really cool. They go right up into the sky. And if I actually just set the time to night, I think hold up time, it's creative mode, so I've got to go set night. You'll see it's starting to get darker now, and they really do show up. They really look awesome. You can use them as a beacon from 256 blocks away. And if you combine them as well, they create these really awesome things. You can have it as many as you want as well. It goes really bright if you have it something like a 2x2 or a 3x3. So it goes really, really bright, and you can see it from miles around. Okay guys, that's all Mojang have given us in the week 36A snapshot preview. Now if you want me to make more of these videos, maybe looking back at some of the other updates coming in 1.4 that may have happened in previous patches that I haven't quite covered, then definitely give this video a thumbs up, and I'll think about making some of those. But obviously from now on, hopefully I'll be making these every time they come out. The previews are really awesome, the snapshots are really fun to look at, and we can see exactly what's coming in the latest updates of Minecraft.